And our top news remains to be on the raids in Jammu and Kashmir by the National Intelligence Agency. A top Srinagar businessman is among others who's being raided as part of this ongoing terror funding probe. As we speak, searches are underway at 12 locations in Srinagar, Baramulla and Handwara. And this is part of the probe, of the NIA's probe into whether the funding of separatists from Pakistani terrorist outfits like the Lashkar-e-Toiba was being used to fuel violence in the valley. Well, let's go across to Nazir now for more. Nazir, what's the latest on the raids? And this, of course, is an ongoing investigation by the NIA.
Yeah, exactly. And these raids are underway at multiple places. We're told at least 12 places in Handwara, in Baramulla and in Srinagar also. They seem to be almost all linked to one of the businessmen, Zuhur Watali, who is being investigated by the NIA for last nearly 2 months. His house was raided, his business units were already raided. He was questioned by the NIA multiple times in Delhi, where he was called for questioning for many days. But he has not been formally arrested. Perhaps NIA is looking for conclusive proof about his involvement. He is known to be, a man who was involved in track 2 and other things, and there are allegations against him that he has been funding separatists and other groups here. His connections with the Pakistan and people there are well known to the government agencies, and he is being thoroughly probed for last 2 months by the NIA. NIA, which has already arrested several separatist leaders, at least 7, including Gilani's son-in-law, who are in a judicial remand. These days in Delhi, Gilani's both sons have already been questioned by the NIA for acquiring allegations of these massive land and other assets. They have been using this money for the personal fortune. So many people are under investigation, but today's these raids clearly looks linked to Zuhur Watali, one of the known businessmen who is under NIA radar and is being questioned. Zuhur Watali's in-laws house, his driver's house and other places have been raided and raids are still continued.
Right, and Nazir, the allegations, of course, about this funding is that it was being used to fuel the unrest in the valley, the stone pelting incidents, the protests that we see every time there's an encounter. These are the allegations.
Well, these are allegations, but since these people, NIA has not yet filed a charge sheet to know exactly the level of these allegations and where this money is going. But it's a well-known fact that money was coming from Pakistan and other, countries, and the separatists were receiving this money not from only Pakistan but also from the Indian intelligence agencies. Money was being given to these separatist leaders. Now it is the time when the NIA is investigating these people and the people who are actually running these rackets, who are giving them this money. And Zuhur Watali is one of those persons who is allegedly involved in that hawala funding. That he is being, investigated, but so far he has not been formally arrested. Perhaps NIA is looking for a conclusive proof. That is why all the places which are somehow linked to Zuhur Watali have been raided, and his house has already been searched and documents have been seized by the NIA like 2 months back.